Disclaimer. The conversations, ideas, plans, and other content of this podcast do not constitute advice about investing in cryptocurrency or any other types of investment. We are learners, not investment experts, and we intend this podcast only to be a record of our own journey into cryptocurrency investments. Enjoy! All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 3 of Getting Started with Crypto. My name is Josh, and I am joined today by a whole bevy of people.
Rich people.
Some richer than others after this week. So
I got literally tens of dollars.
That's James. We've got James, Joel, Christian, and then some others behind me. So we
where we like to be.
Nothing fruity about that at all. The idea, though, of what we wanted to chat about today, I wanted to hear how you guys did in your portfolios this week. Did anybody have any major gains? Did anybody have anything? We're going to get to the Bitcoin fiasco in a minute, but insofar as like actual profiting, did anybody make any money this week? Anybody want?
Anybody? 1.12%.
You're up how much?
1.12 for the week.
Okay, 1.12 for the whole week. So what is that? Where did that come through? What was the investment that paid off?
I don't know.
There.
No.
Okay, so just your portfolio as a whole?
Just looking at it as a whole.
All right, Christian, what about for you?
So this time yesterday, I was probably up about 15-20%. The recent influx of what's going on with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash right now seems to be pumping and dumping back and forth, taking some losses right now. But 3 days into the market myself, just kind of new to this, but feeling optimistic right now.
Okay. And then, James, how are you this week?
I'm up 37%. but that sounds better than it is. That's because all my altcoins took a big dump and now they're just recovering.
Okay, so 37% of $8 is pretty solid.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Good.
Menu.
Yeah,
Joel, have you invested at all yet this week?
all I've got so far is some Ethereum and some Bitcoin.
Okay, so you're holding pretty steady with the big dogs then, with more traditional stuff?
I'm pretty much where I started.
All right. So I made two tremendous calls this week. So we bought some Stellar Lumen last week, and it was sitting at about 40. I bought about $40 worth, and then ended up pulling out and making 50 on it. So those are pretty good. All right, I guess I made $10 and got to 50. So that was my big upsell of the week for Stellar Lumen, and didn't have any luck with anything else. But it's been a super crazy week for kind of cryptocurrency in general. Bitcoin has had this devastating crash after record highs, Chris?
Yeah.
They're
All-time
like
highs.
all-time highs, and then now the market has really pulled back and recorrected it. There was so if you don't know, SegWit was actually canceled this week because the New York agreement was something that ended up being rescinded because they didn't have a majority agreement between miners and developers, which sits at about 85% or 83%. And so because of that, they decided to stay where they were. And some rogue folks have gone over to Bitcoin Cash and have developed some major systems in there that is making Bitcoin Cash. It has soared up, several 100%.
There's been a lot of conspiracy theory talk this week too, right?
Yeah, and so Chris, can you explain a little bit of what's going on with all of that?
Nope.
There?
No one can.
So do we not have any idea there?
I mean, there were just rumors that Bitcoin Cash was going to be the real Bitcoin.
Why would Bitcoin Cash overtake Bitcoin, I guess is my question.
Bitcoin does have some scaling issues that it's dealing with.
So
and
what
people are looking for solutions. The transaction times are taking too long, saying that we need bigger block sizes, whatever.
Okay, so a scaling problem means that they don't handle transactions fast enough.
Yeah.
Right, that's what we're learning.
It's too expensive.
So if you go through Coinbase, I just bought some Bitcoin through Coinbase recently, and it was over $10 for the charge on that just to buy, which is nuts. Because when you're only buying,
to buy it and send it.
Yeah, to buy and send. So when you're only buying $20 at a time,
It's brutal.
Your $20 turns into $6 there. So avoid buying Bitcoin is kind of what I've learned at this point, and if I need to convert from Ethereum to Bitcoin on exchanges or whatever, I'm okay with that. But so we've got one big piece of news that's super fascinating before we talk about what we're going to invest in this week. CME Group is announcing the launch of Bitcoin futures, and basically CME Group, which is the world's leading and most diverse derivatives marketplace, announced that they're going to launch Bitcoin futures in the fourth quarter of 2017. Pending all of the relevant regulatory review periods. God, that was a lot of R's. So basically, all this means for those of us who are in crypto, or if you're getting started like us and you're new, is that Bitcoin is taking one step closer to the mainstream, which is good and bad. It means one step closer to normie people's money, and that kind of gets annoying.
Well, when they first flood in, that'll be really good, right? I mean,
I mean, for most of us, but if you don't have full Bitcoins by that point, then things are just going to get so ungodly expensive.
So is this the crypto version of when Switchfoot totally ditched all the Christian?
I don't know who that is.
The band Switchfoot.
We have no idea who that is. On this
No,
podcast.
Switchfoot was on K-Rock.
Yeah, nope.
It's got MXPX and
Selling out.
I don't know what that is. But I'm kind of concerned because if a whole bunch of normie money comes in, could that be the thing that makes the Bitcoin bubble actually burst? Because if that much is going in and then transfer fees and things like that go that high that Bitcoin almost just becomes unusable, do you think that them being the first group to announce kind of this adaptation of Bitcoin at a wider scale ends up being its demise? Because maybe it gets so bloated that transferring it becomes completely useless, right? Buying it becomes not as good there, and so it becomes less affordable to regular money, and so
there have to be some sort of development.
Yeah, so Bitcoin Cash is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, so this week, Christian was the one who found... Okay, before, just so all of our listeners know, I wanted to go with a really economical coin, something that was really good for the ecosystem, and really excellent towards
And you
helping
have
people.
a heart for the ocean.
Yeah, this was called STO coin, Save the Ocean. No volume trading
Man,
on
the
that.
name alone tells you this is a trash coin.
All right, so basically everybody here is admitting that they suck and that they're absolutely garbage human beings.
They hate the environment.
So, Christian,
When's the last time the environment did something for me?
Christian, what was your coin? Why don't you tell us why we should invest in it this week?
Yeah, so the coin I've been looking at quite a bit. It's called Groestlcoin, which Groesel is a traditional Austrian dish, if you were wondering.
Delicious.
And they are considering changing the name. They've announced that. But
When's the last time something bad came out of Austria? Yeah.
I can't think of
Arnold
anything.
Schwarzenegger.
But what people
That
are
was a
getting
Hitler
really excited
joke.
about.
It was. That was definitely a Hitler joke.
We got it all.
I'm in.
Give it a second.
So it's smart money.
Yeah.
But no, the tech itself, the company's been around for 2014 is when the coin was created. So it's been around. People are getting really excited about.
So this isn't just some new thing that nobody knows about.
Yeah,
Neither was Save the Ocean, James.
Yeah.
it's not brand new, but I'd say it's in the past recent months that's been getting a lot of traction online, a lot more chatter about it based on some of the announcements that they've had about the tech. Actually, earlier this week, it did hit an all-time high.
Of how much?
About 40% above whatever the previous all-time high
Right,
was.
right
I'm
on.
not sure what the number was. I think it did soar above $1 though, and we're looking at about 44 cents right now.
For an altcoin, breaking $1 is really good. I mean, there's a few altcoins that, of course, crushed the dollar, but only a few. And most of them are like slivers of cents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I have to believe, or I'm believing at least, whether it's good for me or bad, that this dip is a lot of it has to do with what's going on with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash right now. I think a lot of people are scared of what's going on in the market. They're taking their money out of alts. People are taking their money out of Bitcoin and just holding to see what happens. So I
Also-
think people took their money out of GRS with what's going on, and that's why you're seeing that dip.
But
I'm one of the believers in right now you should be buying altcoins because money's gonna leave Bitcoin, or as Bitcoin slows down, it's gonna go back to altcoin.
Yeah, so if you're interested in investing in Groestlcoin, you can find their website at groestlcoin.org, or GRS is their three-letter thing. But the neat thing, their next major development release is in 42 days, and so they've got a countdown timer, so maybe be paying attention to that for a little surge in the next month.
Yeah. By the way, just some technical stuff. It's a Bitcoin based altcoin, so you're gonna have to trade for it on a site that trades with Bitcoin, and it's not ETH based or anything like that.
All right, so that's pretty much going to do it for us at this point. We hope you guys have a happy trading and make sure you get that money so we can all go to the moon. All right, bye. Bye.